By mid-1944, the lessons of the Italian campaign were adopted by the other Allied tactical air forces. During the invasion of France in the summer of 1944, those skills and methods soon created the most effective tactical air campaign in the history of warfare.
Our first job was interdiction, of the rail lines and the airfields and all that kind of stuff. And canals and barges and anything that moved, we clobbered, and we'd go on lots of missions over next to Germany and into Germany even, where we'd fly in high, escort the bombers in, the 8th Air Force bombers, and then hit the deck and come home shooting things up, see, on the way home.
The RAF's 2nd Tactical Air Force joined forces with the American 9th Air Force, commanded by the irrepressible Pete Quesada, to execute the pre-invasion air plan. Using Hawker Typhoons, the RAF ravaged German radar sites along the coast. De Havilland Mosquitoes flew low-altitude pinpoint raids on key installations. Spitfires and RAF Mustangs conducted on-the-treetops reconnaissance, photographing the invasion beaches from as little as 25 feet. Simultaneously, the 9th Air Force undertook Operation Chattanooga Choo-Choo. Hundreds of American P-38s and P-47s prowled the skies over western France, searching for trains. When they found a train or locomotive, down they'd swoop to shoot them to pieces with cannon, machine guns, rockets, and bombs.
It was very dangerous to be in any train because I think the Allied fighters must have had orders to shoot at any train that was on any track. And I think after the war was over, the assumption proved to be true because there were locomotives standing all over the place that were all shot to pieces.
In one stretch of attacks in the last week before D-Day, over 800 locomotives were destroyed by the fighter bombers. As the fighter bombers demolished the Third Reich's rolling stock, the B-26 Marauders of the 9th Air Force pounded away at rail yards and bridges.
Being a tactical aircraft, our targets were essentially anything that would hold up the Nazi capacity to move divisions, to move artillery, to move anything. So our missions were essentially railroad bridges, railroads, ammunition, refineries, bridges, tactically anything that could keep them. And toward the end of the war, where the Germans had been able to move a division in a matter of a day or so, they couldn't move that division in 2 weeks.
By June 1st, 1944, their efforts had reaped huge rewards. Of the 27 bridges over the Seine that had been targeted, 24 had been destroyed and the other 3 severely damaged. Rail traffic in western France had been reduced to a crawl. As Allied air power destroyed Germany's rail, sea, and river corridors, the Wehrmacht grew increasingly reliant on vehicle convoys to deliver supplies to the front. But as D-Day approached, even these would soon be ravaged by the men of attack air.